The ESRB has rated Planet Zoo E10 Plus for crude humor, mild blood, and mild violence. It has been approved for everyone aged 10 and over. Hey there, folks. Welcome to the brand new zoo project. This is the Pine Grove Zoo. It's going to be a purely franchised zoo. I will not be doing any speed builds during it. However long it takes is how long it takes. I'm going to try and build everything from scratch without using without using a lot of blueprints. There will be some exceptions naturally, but for the most part, I'm hoping to do this, from scratch. Now, I'm starting off with $40,000. I've got 12,000 and almost 13,000 conservation credits built up. So we're not starting like penniless, but we're also not having the infinite resources of sandbox mode. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, we're gonna be playing this strictly franchise mode, which means I don't really know what the availability of the animals are going to be, and there's no real way to tell. Now, one thing I did do, you may notice the big circle. That is where the free electricity that comes from this building ends. Everything inside this arc of sand gets free powered up. Everything outside it needs to be powered separately. So that's where we are. I'm going to try and keep up a running narrative. However, I can't guarantee that because, to be honest, I'm not that good at it, and and also because getting out of breath right now is very easy for me, given my medical problems. So I'll see what I can do. Anyway. Let's set down some facilities first. Okay. We're going to need a keeper hut because I will be placing an animal today. Okay. And we're going to need a trading center. And we're going to need a couple of break rooms. I put down two of them because two of them, believe it or not, is cheaper than putting down one of the big ones. We don't need a hospital yet or a quarantine, although I think we should. I am going to put down a mechanics building. Just to say it's here. There we go. Now, as for the animal that will be our first animal in the park, We're going to put down giant tortoises, I think. I don't even know if we have any. Hold on a second. I do have 161 animals in storage. Most of them are either elderly or they are juveniles. Any? No? No? Okay. Well, how about the other one? Neither. Okay, well, let's see what we got. How many redneck wallabies do we have? One. Huh. Three of those, all males, all juveniles. Trying to find a suitable entrance animal. Lemurs do make good entrance animals. It all depends on what we got. Now there's an idea. Yeah, we got quite a few Nyala. So let's go ahead and build a habitat for the Nyala. We have our staff facilities over there. That's a good starting path, I think. Now, at the very start, the habitats I'm building are going to be basic as hell. No customized fences, minimal landscaping, all that noise. But I will be sharpening the excuse me guys, I'm sorry, sharpening them up as funds make themselves available and You know, when I get the ability to. There we go. This should work better. Move this one back a little. Move that one back a little. Let's... Here, you know what? We're just going to straighten this up so it's not so fucked. Like that. Okay, do I have a trade center over here? Yes, I do. This is the bare bones, the barest of bones here. What's the... Let me see the Nyala. Nyala. Okay. 1 male, 4 females. $420 meters. I do believe that's big enough there. Yeah, it's almost twice that. Okay, so let's pick out our animals. We're going to pick the albino male because that's just cool. And then we need 4 females. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 females and a male. Send to the zoo. Oh, you know what? We don't have any employees. Hold on a second. Okay. We're gonna need a caretaker because nobody likes trash. A keeper to take care of the animals. A mechanic to take care of the fences. A veterinarian to take care of the animals. An educator because that way we get money. And that's what we're going to start with right there. Okay, where were we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Send to zoo. Into the habitat. All right. It's been a while since I've done one of these bare bones franchise mode habitats. But I'm looking forward to it. Okay, food trough. Food trough, we'll just put it right there. Water pipe, because they're just too useful. We can decorate it later with like trees and shit. There's our water. Give them some toys. They love a grab ball. They love a feeder ball. A hanging razor. a rubbing pillar. And we'll give them a food barrel. Now, what we don't have in here yet is shelter. And a place for them to sleep. So, this is when I'm going to make my first big expenditure. The guests are already here, so let's do this first. I'm going to give them some donation buckets. And some signs.
Buongiorno, camomino. Ah, moham fazil.
We're also going to put down some speakers. But first, in fact, you know what? I should have done this first. Nyala. Okay. I just wasted a little money, but it's not that much money, so I'll be okay. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this now. Something that I should have done was made that path 8 meters wide. I'll lay down the path again in a minute. Okay. Now it's raining. Let's put down one of these. Information kiosk. Information kiosk sells umbrellas. Then I'm going to start on this. Okay. Yeah, we're going to use the stained wood because I can recolor these. We're just going to make this a nice pleasant brown. And nope, what I'm looking for is flat concrete. That right there. Okay, now in general, what was I about to say? In general, the animal shelters are going to be the exception to my not immediately building up the the what you call it, the habitats. That is not what I wanted. Come on, man. Well, maybe it is what I wanted. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm going to make a copy of this, and then we're going to bring the copy around like so. Okay, that was disturbing. Okay, I'm about to pull a shenanigan. And the reason why this is a shenanigan is because technically these animals just escaped. Technically. But it's not going to stick. The escape, I mean, let's turn the lamp on so I can see what I'm doing. Yep. Except now, they're captured again. I think that looks better. Now let's put a roof on this. What kind of roof? Let's try the twilight. And we will go ahead and we will color it. Yeah, that'll work. That gives them the shelter. Lines up the wall. Go ahead and fix these. And then let's put down one other thing before we start prettying up the habitat. We have 31,000, which means we are making money. Where should we put the education point? We'll put it right here. Nyala, talk. Okay. January. And let's see, we're going to have it play grassland music because, no wait, those are not grassland antelope, never mind. Africa. We're going to have it play African music. And I'm going to go in and grab one blueprint. Okay, let's restart the thing. The first thing that everybody does is panic because, oh my god, the Nyala escaped. Except, of course, they're not really escaped. See? Now everybody's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. They're fine. Everybody's fine. They're already coming back.
Sergudo at Lamutan Never.
We're going to try and fix this real quick. Make it 8 meters wide. Oh, there's got to be some other way for me to get that done. There we go, that'll work. Okay. Let's see what we can do about making this a little bit better. Grass is okay. Grass long, grass short. Okay. A little more soil. Okay. All right. Needs more hard shelter. Okay, I can do hard shelter. African column. These are African antelopes after all. I'll tell you what. What I want is one of those. Now, you know what? Let's do the African column. What kind of length can I get? I can get that one. That'll work. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now. We'll put some bedding down here. Like that. And it'll give them extra shade. No interbreeding. Okay, I'm going to have to... it's obvious that all the Nyala that I had were related. So if I'm going to have babies here, I need to replace my Nyala. Okay, we'll get the people coming to visit every month.
We people dorm. Hello, mamos fadus. Orashin fado. Fordo unido cleansa. Dalaweva fobilosa. Utopita. Babel perva motanalis. Atrepso bengal.
Plants and coverage. They don't require a lot of plants or coverage, but they're grassland and temperate. Is that what I read? Grassland tropical, okay. And African, so.
Diese Wetteamsaison.
Kapok trees are like Jesus Christ. I give you brand new people to breed with, and who do you go and want to breed with? Your sisters. And now you're pregnant, you're going to have your brother's babies. Oh, well. What am I going to do? Okay, we've got 34 grand left. Which is actually quite a bit of money. Okay, let's hire a security guard. Let's hire a vendor. For that matter, let's put down a drink stand. And a bathroom. Okay. There we go. For a first habitat, that's not that bad. Let's see, let's have poaching an exact pet trade. Here we go. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to prep for putting in a custom fence. You see, what I want is I want there to be a minimum amount of space in between the fence and the guests. Not only does it look more realistic, but it's also, you know, it's safety. You won't find a lot of modern zoos which have their sidewalks right up against the animal cages, because they realize that human beings are dumbasses who will jump over the, you know, they'll jump over the cages into the habitats and things like that. Because, you know, people, like I said, are dumb asses. I'm selling things. I don't have trash cans or benches. That was dumb of me.
Mesta mioma pipa, já não sei Sheila Adomta.
Really interesting. Wanted to see if they benefited from combining. How much room do they need? 1,200. Yeah, it's a lot bigger than what I'm giving the Nyala. Excuse me. Now, naturally, as I do this is not going to be as pretty or as organized as some of the zoos that I've made in the past. It is a franchise zoo, and franchises are seat-of-your pants operations, pretty much always. But it's going to be fun. What is their fence requirement, Nyla? They need 4 1/4 feet, grade 2. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to call this episode done. We're making some money. We've got our first habitat. In the next episode, one of the things I am going to do is I'm going to start covering up the facilities. You know, putting decorations on them, things like that. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce our first exhibit animal. I'm going to put in a terrarium. I'm also going to slowly begin to replace this barrier fence with a custom fence. Now we're going to do all this with an eye toward making sure that we keep the money going and all that number. Because if the money doesn't flow in, we don't have a zoo. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next episode. By the way, I am up. What the hell kind of throw was that? Fine. Anyway, guys, you know, comment below. Let me know what you think. If you want me to name an animal after you, list your name below. You know, you don't have to. Unlike other people, I'm not selling this as a Patreon option. I'm just offering. You know, want me to name an animal? I mean, I already know that Allison wants me to name an otter after her, for example. Anyway, guys, I will talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
You could be a part of it. There's a revolution, you could be the start of it. Better get a move on while there's still a chance of it. If there's no improvement, this could be the last of it. Nature was a haven, now we need saving. No more conversation, time for cultivation. We all got a part to do to help the world pull through. But you gotta build a zoo. This is the law of the jungle, as old and as true as the sky. The forest protected shall prosper, the forest neglected shall die. You've an aptitude to change attitudes, cause we have to prove it. That planet to grab your shovel. There's work to do, the world's in trouble. You gotta build a zoo.